Mhm.
Sports have always been a way for me to express myself. Ever since I was a little girl, I've played every sport under the sun, from soccer to volleyball, track, cheerleading, the list can go on. I never knew what I wanted to do, but I just knew that I loved playing the challenges of learning a new sport. But with those sports, I never found a passion in any of those things. I was searching for something to fill me up, something to make me want to come back every day and work harder than the next. My junior year, I decided to go and run for the cross-country team. I'd run in 7th grade, but I was daunted by the idea of what sounded like running hundreds of miles every day. But I went out and ran anyway. The first week of practice, I began to realize what was so different about this group in this sport. Each person was there running with you. Every day, when you finished a run, you would receive words of encouragement, a helping hand, and a community to share that day with, good or bad. Each day, you saw what you were capable of and how your mental toughness could pull you through what had once seemed impossible. One thing that I learned from cross country that I'll never forget is how important community is to your success individually and as a team. Without the smiling or grimacing faces running next to me every day, each run would have been 10 times harder. High school is a hard place for everyone. We are finding ourselves and learning to become the people that we want to be. But the one thing that is missing from that search is the notion that we are all in it together. We live our lives in the idea that each of us has has so many problems and the biggest workload. And we ignore the fact that all those around us are facing the same hills and the same fatigue that fills our muscles and our minds. This past fall, the cross-country team ran a race in northern Ohio at the Cuyahoga National Valley Park. The top 10 girl and boy runners were asked to come up, but none of us had any idea what we were getting ourselves into. The park was all hills, from what seemed like a 90-degree uphill to an even worse downhill, sprinkled with roots and rocks and everything in between, which made finding solid ground almost like a game of hopscotch. After jogging the course the night before, my stomach was churning at the idea of having to run that race the next morning. But of course, I was there and I had to do it anyway. So the next Saturday morning, I stepped up to the start line, my stomach still churning from the night before, and my legs already shaking. And I looked up and I realized that I loved this sport. With all my teammates next to me, I knew that I could run this race. No matter how hard it would be or what challenges we would face, I would have a team of supporters behind me and my 2 legs to carry me across the finish line. What I learned from cross country is so much more than how to run a 5K. I learned how to pull myself up and run to the finish line. I learned what it feels like to have a group of supporters at your back, pushing you along the way. People say running is hard, but the will to continue is what makes it feel impossible. Life is like running a really, really long race. There are points when you don't believe that your legs will keep moving forward, and when the air through your lungs won't move fast enough, and you want to let yourself fall. Adversity will find you. Trials and tribulations will be at every corner hoping for your failure. But your approach to these obstacles are what will determine if you fall or if you keep picking one leg up after the next. Through cross country, I was able to find my passion for running and to see a community change me. A quote from Nelson Mandela: "There is no passion to be found in playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one that you are capable of living." Let yourself reach what seems impossible. Don't settle for what is within your reach. High school is a place for us to grow, a place for us to explore our interests and go out of our comfort zones. Once you find something you love, hold on to it. Share that passion with those around you. Go above and beyond to be someone's support, someone's teammate, to create a community of positive, strong people ready at the start line to take on each next step together.